Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with color cubers. So we are going to play with the color cube from Sarah Renee Clark. For more details on color cubers as a hashtag and the color cube, just check my description box down below. So today, let's see what we get. I'm in box number 2 today, which means we have, I think, 6 colors on a cube, okay? So let's pull right here, plunk that down in there so that we don't lose it. Okay. Wow. We have quite a spectrum going on today. So this is, I think, one of those, rainbow parachutes that you play with as a kid. And we've got quite a range here. Now, it's not a whole Roy G. Biv. It's like a pinky color, a red tone, orange, like a more traditional orange, then a toned down, lighter tangerine orange, then a minty green, and sort of a seafoam blue. Let's see what the colors are called and take a look at the hex codes. So we have seafoam, green, marigold, flame, scarlet, and French rose. Okay, so I better go and start hunting for things. This is going to be interesting. It's quite rainbowy, so let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so I think I got some good things here. So let's just go through them. So for seafoam, the first color here, I grabbed this fabric as kind of a base. But you will also see shades of it in this yarn. This is actually sea wool that I dyed quite some time ago. And by sea wool, it is actually called, it is a merino wool and sea cell blend. Sea cell is actually kind of seaweed, and it's really lovely. And then this, these are some pieces of ephemera from a Simple Stories kit, I think, and they've got that seafoam in them as well, that lighter tone in both of those. And then for the green, I've got, actually, I think, yeah, the green is the yarn. This is actually the same color as that. Yep, that's where I picked up the green. Then for the marigold, I grabbed these 2 little flowers that are a marigold shade. And flame, I grabbed this. This is like a little Chinese lantern made of silk. And scarlet, I grabbed this ribbon. And French rose, this is an incredibly like on the color piece of fabric. So I also have this, which has some of the green in it as well as the French rose. So those are the things I think I'll get started with. So I think I need some kind of a base for this. So I think I will grab just a simple piece of maybe folder. And I need to think about what I want to make here in terms of ephemera. So let's think about the folder for a moment and how we would like to play with it. Perhaps this can fold this way. This could go down, or we could do a pocket. I don't want it to be quite this big. I know that much. So let's just make sure I've folded this straight first of all. Okay, that's better. So then I think I'll tear down this piece a little bit here, because I don't want it to be huge. That's good. And then think. What do I want to do here? That would be nice if that opened up. Okay, so I'm gonna take this corner rounder. We're gonna make this a round corner, and then this a round corner. So it'll have that nice kind of bureau look to it, so it still looks like a file folder. Then I'm gonna remove the unless, do I want to make that a pocket? So when this opens, it could be a pocket. Why not? Let's do a pocket there with this. Okay. Now, it's time, I think, to start adding fabric to this to kind of create that overall base. I just want to make sure this is nice and folded straight. Okay, good. So I think I'm going to start with the fabric, and I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to put glue on this whole section, but not the pockets. They're going to be independent of this. So I need a pencil to just show me kind of like where the pocket's going to come to, about there. So I'll put fabric to about here. And I'm only going to add it on one side, I think. Yes, okay. One side. I need glue. Here we go. So this will go here. And I feel like I need to make something like this kind of a little bit more complex piece of ephemera, because there's a lot of things to use. I think box 2, you know, it goes from having 5 colors to 6 colors. It's going to make things a slight bit more challenging because of that. So I'm ready though. I can handle this. Okay. So just move this up, and I'm going to get enough of this fabric that I can cover where I've glued. So just set that fabric aside. Okay. So now we'll lay this down. Just flatten it to get all those wrinkly bits out. Okay, good. And then come around here and just get this under control again. Okay, we'll snip that off, get it out of the way. This nice little scrap, we'll get that off. And then it's just this little corner bit here that I want to round. These scissors are too big. I need my little bitty ones. There we go. There. Okay, so that is covered. Now this will flap up. This will close. And I think I want the pink fabric on here, that rose, French rose. Let's just bring the card into view here. French rose, and that will just fit. That's good. Yeah, that could also be like a fabric flip if I wanted it to. Let's think. Because if I made it a fabric flip, no, I'm not going to. I want to do like a pocket on the front of there anyways. So yeah, let's just glue this right down. But, you know, that does present you with some options if you want to make this kind of a flippy floppy folio type thing. There's about a million different things you can do. Remember, once you fold a piece of paper, you then have infinite possibilities. Like you can, you know, add tip outs and tip ups and pockets and flaps and tabs, and you know, it's an endless kind of thing of like the kind of folio you can make. And that's why I don't stress too much like documenting every kind of thing I ever make, because I feel like most of these aren't really rocket science, and that they don't require like loads of measuring and that kind of thing. Like you can work with the folio you've created and just keep adding to it to keep making it more flippy, floppy, unique, you know. Add eyelets, like just keep going, and you're going to end up with something really cool. Do I have enough fabric to pull up here? No, not really, no. Okay, so let's just cut that off. We'll cut this side. Not that like having, you know, an idea book or something is a bad thing. It definitely isn't. It's a great idea. I just don't like, I don't see myself keeping up on it. You know what I mean? Like I've been lax at trying to keep up on that kind of thing. Okay, so now I want to incorporate the flowers. So I'm going to take these great big centers out. I kind of tore that one, but that's okay. There we go. Take those big centers away. We don't need those. This one as well. Try not to tear those. There. Okay. And then this as well. Get this big center out of this one. This one's got like a netting kind of in the middle of it. You have to peel it away. They're pretty easy to get off most of the time. I don't know where I put my little trash bowl. I have to find it. Okay. Free. Okay. Now, this will lose the shaping of the Chinese lantern unless I retrain it. I can retrain it, but once its plastic is gone, it kind of loses the shape. So I may try to retrain it back. I need to first, though, thread a needle. Here we go. And I'll use some sort of salmon colored thread maybe. And I'm just pulling some thread out of my scrappy little jar of things, my wort jar. So if I can grab the centers of these and just kind of lay them on top of each other, I think we'll get a bit of an interesting shape again. Come through the back. And I haven't tied a knot yet, so I should do that. I do apologize for my voice. I am in the last recovery kind of days of a cold still, so I feel okay. I'm just still kind of, I just have this beautiful voice. Okay, then stitch through one more time. There we go. So that's interesting. Don't know if I want to just like layer this here, put it on the top. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so let's just yeah, we're gonna stitch right through this. Okay, I know you're gonna be like, well, you're wrecking your backing. Yeah, I know. It's okay, no big deal. Come back through, because this is going to be kind of a textile type piece today for sure. And I think I'm going to end up using more paper on the inside anyways, rather than just the manila folder. Okay, so that's now attached, okay? So, I've got that. Do I need the other one still, or that's probably bulky enough. It's probably fine. Yeah, I don't think I need both of those right now. I'll add the rest of this maybe to a tab or something. So then I need to decide what's next for this flower on the front. And I'm thinking if I can get some of this yarn here in the seafoam color that I need. Start with the seafoam. And we're just going to bundle it all up into a little, you know, a little coily bit. And then I'm going to see if that's too much, too little. It's a little too much. So let's just settle it down a little. And coil again. Cut those excess ends off. Those can hang too. It doesn't really matter. Try tucking them in though. That on here, and then I will stitch that right on again through here. I'm just going to stitch a few stitches all around. Oops, and I unthreaded my needle because life would not be complete if I didn't do that about 80 million times when I'm sewing, always. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so that's all stitched on. Maybe one more, the upper corner there. Let me come over to the back. I'll just tie this into a little knot. Don't need a bunch of knots, just one's good. It's not gonna unwrangle or anything, don't worry. Cut that down short, and then I will come in, actually I won't yet, I won't do anything yet. Where is my tape? I have to get some new tape, give me 1 second. Okay, let's just add a little bit of contractor masking tape over that to just secure it down. There we go. Now we have this. Okay. So I think now I need to figure out what's next. So I want to do something interesting here, like with a pocket of some kind. I obviously need to stitch around. I want this in here, not over here. Yeah, I think so. I think I want those on those pockets. And then I need to determine what I'm doing with this front section. So I've obviously got this label, and I could put something else right here with, do we want, like, let me see what I have that's in a good color for this. I may need to grab more resources because, you know, here we are with all these things we got to do. Something like that might be kind of cool, and like, I know it's not, you know, a particular color, but we can add something to make it like be a part of this. And I'm thinking I want this and some of this, because this is in the seafoam range too. So we have options for this. This could go on the side in that scarlet color, which might be cool. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'll cut a piece for that. But then I think I will also add a piece on here along with some of this to just mix it up. So I need to do a bit of stitching. So I'm going to stitch some of this together with this. I'm going to stitch around here, and then I'm going to come back and kind of show you where we are. Okay, and I'll probably stitch the this bit onto here too, so we get the majority of the stitching done all at once. Okay, so stitching's done. I just need to trim a few little threads here, and I'll explain how I stitched and what I stitched. So if we start with the front, I stitched the red ribbon here, the lace, along that side. And then I took the little card and I did the same thing. I added the red lace underneath. But then while I was sewing, I took that seafoam thread, and I just kind of, I would stitch a few stitches, swirl it around my finger, bring it to the other side, stitch a few stitches, swirl it again, and just kind of go back and forth and back and forth. And then we got this lovely you know, curly kind of trim, and that's fun. And so then I stitched that on here as a pocket. I need to trim the ends of that again. There we go. And so that's the front. Then when we go inside, we've got this. So I stitched actually all the way around here too, so I would seal down that fabric. Now the next thing I want to do is cover all of the remaining folder that you can see with some of this paper. This is a green dyed paper that I dyed, and I would say it lives more in the seafoam shades with a little bit of the green coming through. It's kind of both, so I think it will fit. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cover all of the remaining paper, because we don't want any of the stitches and any of the folder showing. We're just going to cover it all right up. So I'll start with this piece here. Just come in with the corner and line that up. Okay. And back here we'll come in with these paper scissors. Just kind of come right against the edge. I can definitely add one more line of stitching to kind of finalize all the lines and make them clean. Okay. So there's that. Now these are going to come up, so we need to cover that as well as the back. Because if you don't cover the back, then you can't use it as like a folio without it looking a little, I mean, I guess that still looks neat and tidy. It's not a big deal, but I think I'll just, that's ever so slightly too short. We have to use this side. Okay. So that's going to cover the front side of the pocket. So now the pocket will look more like that, but I'm going to stitch it again first before I do any final fold. I also need to make sure that is straight. Just going to grab my bone folder here, give it a final press. There we go. And that lines up. Okay. Then at the back, we're going to cover that as well. Hopefully I have enough here. Let's just see. Yeah, I think I have just enough, Yep. And you don't have to cover the back. I mean, it all depends on what you like. I just want this to have continuity. Oops. We're going to actually just mend that right back on there. Not going to sweat it because I'm stitching it, and I'll be probably putting something else over it. So. Okay. Okay, and one little snip there. Then at the bottom. All right, so now all of the surfaces are covered with the paper or the fabric that we need. And I'm going to go over to the sewing machine and do one more line of stitching around this, around the pockets, and then I'll probably stitch the pockets on and just do kind of one more line to get the burgundy stitching all around the whole surface. Okie dokie, so we have stitching all done. What I did was basically, as I said, just stitched around the edge of the back. On the inside, I stitched around the edge here and here, and I stitched the pockets up so they're attached now. And then at the front, I just did a zigzag stitch along the crease, because I always like the finished feel that gives everything, so that's nice. So now we need to add these, and I want to decide, I don't know, I don't think I want to add like the color, like something that's not part of the color scheme. So I'm going to use this orange ink for the marigold shade, because I think that's the one thing we could use a little more of that I haven't done enough of. I mean, there's a bit of yellowy orange in this fabric as well, but I think I'd like to kind of amp it up a little bit if I can by shading these with it. And then it will add that little more Marigold. There we go. So a little untraditional inking. There it is. Okay, so then we'll put them there, and then that there on the pockets. I think that'll be fun. Do that with our glitter glue. I'll just glue the bottom half because we're not gluing the top. And then just kind of pay attention so it's under those two little bits there, because you don't want to get glue up above into your pocket, right? So that one's on. And the same with this one. Okay. Perfect. Now I grabbed 4 of these. These are avocado dyed Rolodex cards. So I figured I would use one in here as like just a little piece of ephemera. Same with over here. You know, it just kind of adds a little something. Then over here we can add one in here too. Have it stick out a little bit. And then back here we can use one maybe as a pocket if we want to, which I think will be fun. Use it on this side. So now you've got like pockets going on everywhere here. And also like you can decide, do I want to put this inside a journal as a folio, like in the signature that you sew in, or do I want it to be this, you know? So yeah, there's that. Then the other thing I think I might do to just kind of finish this up, I've got this bit of fabric here left along with this bit of floral. And I was saying earlier maybe we could make a tab. So I might just add this as a little tab up here with this bit of floral, and we'll take that other little bit that we had like so. And then I'll take the same stitching thread that I had before, and I'll just go in the front of everything, come around the back, and then go back through like a 1/4 inch away, you know, so you've got 2 holes, and then bring your other end through. Okay, hold it all down, and we're going to tie this. Sorry for that little break. My son just got home from school and wanted to tell me all about it. So I am just going to keep tying this on. I need a couple more knots. There we go. So just going to let that hang long a little bit in the front because it's cute. Good, good. So that is that. Then, you know, we still have these. We could use these too. Why don't we just use everything up that goes with this palette, right? It's nice. That's what I like about this project, is I feel like it's like, you know, while you do have to sort through to find colors that go with the project, once you've grabbed, you know, a little handful of supplies, you are good to go with like being able to make and use all those supplies up. So it's a nice little like use it up thing too. I think I'll put this one maybe here, or do I want it on the back? Yeah, I'm gonna would that go there? Yeah, it will. Okay, let's do that. These are just little cutouts from like an old scrapbook paper pad that I had that I think will work nicely there. Good, good. And then over here, take this one and we'll glue it down on that other piece of paper. Perfect. Okay, so now we have this cute little folio, you know, with some simple but sweet ephemera that goes nicely with the whole thing. And we've used our colors, so I'm happy with this color, these colors. Like they, you know, I think what makes it is the French rose and the seafoam. They give a real home to the rest of the colors to kind of live in, and I like that a lot. I think it brings together, like, you know, maybe there's colors here you would not see working together. Like maybe this orange and green without the others would be kind of ugly, or the flame and green I wouldn't like, but together they really make it. So yeah, that is a fun little piece of ephemera, and I hope you will give it a try. Make a fun little folio like this. And until next time, I will talk to you. If you are considering getting the color cube, I would recommend it from the standpoint of a customer who bought it. I'm really happy that I got it. It is a lot of fun, and it does, I think, especially if you struggle with color mixing, this is very helpful to me. I like it a lot. So until next time I talk to you, have a great day. Bye for now.